Hello there, how are you? Welcome back to part two of my bee install. Want to give a shout out to the folks at the Azalea, Florida post office. They are absolutely awesome. Alrighty then. This video I'm showing a little bit more of my setup. So a screen bottom board. I put in the 10 frame Langstrom deep box, and on the front of this bottom board, instead of the Guardian, I am putting in a regular wooden entrance bar with the smallest size, and the reason for that is it will give me an edge to sit the package of bees on at an angle so the girls can come out. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. So when these bees come in, they have a couple extra boards on there, obviously. Just pry them off. It's just staples. But this cover right here, you pry it off and put it someplace at arm's length because you're going to use it a couple of times to slide back over that opening to keep the bees in while you're getting the can of sugar syrup out and while you're getting your queen bee out. Now normally these cans of syrup will come out without any issues whatsoever, but this thing was just being a little bugger. So I ended up moving it over the hive. That way I could spritz the girls with a little bit of sugar syrup, 1-to-1 sugar syrup, and it would keep them kind of busy and entertained while I got the queen out of their package and got the cork cleaned off of the candy side of her little suite, we'll call it. I don't know the name. It's just the little cage that the queen's in. And she has nurse bees that hang right by her side. So you want those nurse bees to come with her. Now, something that I did off film, I pulled one of the food frames out of my Mann Lake hive and put it in this hive. The purpose in that is to have an area for her once they eat that candy to get her out, that she could actually start doing some laying, and it's also resources for the other bees. Now, they tell you when you put your queen in here, make sure that she's horizontal with the top of your frames. If you have her, say, vertical, and then one of the nurse bees dies, she would roll down, block the hole, and then the queen cannot get out and she could potentially die. So I set mine perfectly horizontal. There's other ways to do it. I just do mine horizontal. Just better safe than sorry. Pushing the frames all together so it holds her in place really nicely. And now I'm just going to give a quick shake with the bees, not shaking all of them out, aggressively or anything. And then I'm going to sit the whole case that they came in, or whole cage that they came in, down in there, and you'll see it's sitting at an angle so the girls can get out. This just makes ease of releasing them. With Whopper, if I left those sit out on the ground, he'd be over there fussing with it, kicking it around, doing whatever. So this just seemed like to be the safest, and to me it's actually the easiest release on these bees. Now on this particular hive, I am putting a round feeder on the top, and that's a feeder shim. It has a round hole in the center, and this round feeder goes on it. It will hold approximately 1 gallon of whatever liquid you put in there. In my case, it's 1-to-1 sugar syrup. And that orange sock that you see on there, shout out to one of the viewers. He gave me that hint. I was putting paper towels down there in a ring to keep my bees from drowning. He does this. It saves them. No drowning bees. It's like totally the most awesome hack that there is out there. Because these bees came in from out of state, I'm putting the little state sticker on the front of the hive just for now. And then here's a look at their first flight where they're doing their little figure 8 thing to get their GPS set up to where home is. Both hives are in. Both hives are doing great, and I want to thank you all for stopping by. Have an absolutely wonderful and blessed day. I'll see you next time. Take care.